Greetings everyone. The video you're about to see was taken from a live stream I did this past Saturday, October the 14th. Once a week, maybe twice, I'll conduct a class via live stream here on my channel and then edit that live stream into a video and upload it to this channel for you to view. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button to receive an alert when I go live. Now, enjoy the show. Ooh, y'all gonna find this to be so great. Okay, so check this out, right? This right here is a tier list. This is a tier list. And so what we have is we have things that are gonna for shrinking fibroids, fibroid shrinking tier list maker right here. So this is what we're gonna do is I'm going to show you the tier list of the foods that are good versus bad, and we're gonna use them in order. A is like the top, the best. Okay, A is the best. F is the absolute worst. B is second to the best. And then C is, it could be good or bad. C is going to be not good, not bad. It's going to be in the middle. And then D is going to be, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you do it moderately or something like that, we'll see. This is on the fly. I'm doing this on the fly, right? So, for example, this right here is salmon. So we're going to put that at the A list. The reason why I put for shrinking fibroids, the reason why I put this into A list is because a lot of your fatty acids, your deep water fish, they're good for you. However, you don't want to do farmed raised fish. So that's the difference. And I'm happy to see that when you go to most markets, not all markets, when you go to most supermarkets, they will label the fish either farm raised or wild caught. You want to always get wild caught, okay? Not farm raised. You want to get wild caught. And so you must be careful about that because some people just see salmon and just pick it up. The reason why you want to get wild caught is because, well, it's wild caught. The farm raised are fed with pellets that have steroids, that have antibiotics, that have a lot of chemicals in it. And because they're kept in such filthy conditions, those tanks, those fish come down with a lot of diseases, illnesses, and so there's a lot of antibiotics that are put in the pellets to also preserve the fish. You can, if you are really good with shopping for fish, you can tell the difference between the wild caught versus the salmon. Also, because the farm raised fish are so deficient in nutrients, they always have to add coloring to that. And a lot of the coloring is cancer causing. So you want to make sure that you just stay away from farm fish. Tilapia, just don't even do it. Okay. Tilapia is going to just, I've never seen no wild caught tilapia. So you want to deal with your deep water fish like your cod, like your salmon, like mackerel, sea bass if you can afford it. Sea bass is a very, 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 very expensive fish. The better it is for you, the more expensive it is. The worse it is for you, the cheaper it is. Keep that in mind. So that's the reason why I'm going to put that at the top, is for you to always get wild caught deep water fish. Stay away from scavengers. And so we're going to go into the rest of that. Now, the next one is still called oats. No, quinoa. That's what that is. That's quinoa. Quinoa, I would put quinoa at the top too. It's not the ultimate best, but quinoa is really good for you. I highly recommend it. Quinoa is for those who are, if you don't want to deal with white rice. Oh, I should have got the white rice on here. Darn. Okay, we'll talk about that later. So you want to stay away from a lot of your processed type foods. You want to stay away from foods that are really bad for the gut, that are void of nutrients. And quinoa, let me tell you something. You want to make your colon happy. Quinoa is the thing, okay? Quinoa is also high in nutrients as well. It's a filling food. It is absolutely delicious. Quinoa, you can never go wrong with quinoa. So, and for those who have allergies to grain, if you have a gluten allergy, quinoa is going to be your thing here. So, of course, I'm going to definitely put that up there on B. Now, here we have table salt and big old F. You don't want to deal with table salt. I highly suggest you do with sea salt, or this is what I use. I use Himalayan salt, or what they call pink salt. It has a different taste to it. Sea salt is so. By the way, this is not sea salt. This is just regular table salt. Just stay away from table salt. It's going to be at the number. It's going to be at the F always. So just avoid it. You can get sea salt. You can get Himalayan salt. There's another salt I'm missing too, and I can't think of it at the top of my head. But I use the Himalayan salt, the pink salt. It tastes different. It has Let me just say this. With sea salt, you go a little bit overboard with sea salt. Oh my God, it's going to just destroy your food. Oh my God, my mouth is salivating just thinking about it now. So sea salt is too strong in my opinion. Okay. Raymond's or other rock salt. Okay. Thank you, Shanti. Mostly of any your rock salt. That's a very good point. Your rock salts are going to be your best type of salt. Okay. It's going to have the minerals, including iodine, including iron and other vital minerals like your potassium, like your manganese. These are things you want in your salt. You don't want them removed. So I highly suggest that you avoid table salt. Go for your rock salts. Sea salts are fine too. I just find sea salt to be a little strong, and a lot of times if you guys are not paying attention to what you're doing, you will find that this is going to be something that's going to have a harmful effect on you as well. You don't want to do you don't want to deal with anything that's going to inflame you. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. Sea salt is going to cause inflammation, and you don't want to inflame your fibroids. You don't want to inflame your uterus. You don't want to inflame your muscles. You don't want to do these things. Okay. You want to make sure that you eat foods that your body's not going to react to in a harmful way. Okay. All right. And as we was talking about this, okay, so this is going to shock you guys, but I'm going to put this in the D category. This is lobster, shrimp, and and crab. Okay, I am against scavenger foods, but they're not going to kill you. So it's like, it's not one of these things that I'm like, oh God, don't you eat. It's not one of my absolutely not under no circumstances list. Anything on the F list is like absolutely not under no circumstances. It's an absolutely no, none. Avoid it at all costs. When it comes to scavenger fish, scavenger seafood, I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it because it's a scavenger. It really does. It has very low nutritional value. I know. And once again, like I said, they are, you can always tell when, like, shrimp is so cheap now, but also shrimp is just not a good food to use. I mean, I know a lot of people eat it. I know y'all love yourself some lobster. Believe it or not, I never liked lobster. I don't know what it was. When I was a child, I had lobster for the first time thinking that it was going to be crab or thinking it's going to taste like crab. Yuck. I don't know what it is about lobster, but I'm not impressed. Growing up in the DMV, all right, crabs was the thing. We always got ourselves. It's just a culture up there in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. It's just a culture to have crabs. So we even had, I think that's what the Utz crab, Chesapeake crab flavored potato chips came from. It came from the big culture of crabs, just eating crabs. I don't eat them anymore. I think the last time I had crab was probably like 5 years ago, and it was a crab cake patty. So I'm like somebody like this is an elder. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. But an elder was. She was, I love her so much. She's no longer with us. And she had forgot, like, I was vegan. I was like, I don't eat this stuff. But, you know, she put her heart and soul into it. And, honey, let me tell you something. I was in perfect condition. So I was like, okay, that's not a big deal. And I knew how to detox this out of my system. So there you have it. So, yeah, I'm just like, okay, whatever. All right. Now, here's another one on the F list. Vegetable oil. Under no circumstances do you consume vegetable oil. Do not do that. Absolutely not. Okay. I am against vegetable oil. Vegetable oil will also inflame you. Vegetable oil is a GMO product. And I noticed, by the way, I got to say this. I noticed that channels like mine that was focusing on Monsanto, that was focusing on avoiding GMO products, I noticed that those channels are now devalued and that they've been delisted. Okay, I got a tricky one for you guys, and I'm going to put this here because I'm going to put it in the center, okay? It's soy. Now, this is a tricky one. That's the reason why I picked this one, right? Soy from GMO, genetically modified soy, is very bad for you. Do not deal with it. You need, when you come into the grocery store, you need to read the labels because anything that says soybean, anything that says soy lactane, soy this, soy that, blah, 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 anything that says SOY, if it's not organic, which 9 times out of 10 is not going to be organic if it doesn't say that on the front label, do not use it. Do not get it. Okay. There's so many alternatives that you can use instead of using soy products. Like if you want, instead of using soy milk, you can use almond milk, coconut milk, cashew milk, rice milk. But if you use rice milk, it has to be organic. Don't use rice milk that's not organic because it's going to be GMO. You want to do that. Now, if you use organic soy, nothing's going to happen. It's not going to make your fibroids grow. It's not a xenoestrogen. So xenoestrogen will irritate your uterus and make the fibroids grow. So stay away from that. Okay. And what I'm also talking about is not necessarily just for fibroids. You can also use this for your health as well. Okay. So keep that in mind. So that's the reason why I put that in the center, because I want you to understand that if you have the organic soy milk, organic organic tofu, organic soybeans, that's not going to make your fibroid grow. But the inorganic kind, the one that is GMO modified, this is a no-no. Okay. All right. And let's go to, here's something I want. Now, this is going to be controversial. Y'all ready for this? This is going to be controversial. Green tea. Oh, yeah. I put that at the F. Yeah, baby. No, I am probably one of the few naturopaths that said, I don't support no green tea. And I noticed that a lot of medical doctors love to tell you, drink green tea. Those of you who've been with me for many years, well over a decade, are we saying? If you've been with me well over a decade, you know my daggone opinion in reference to green tea. Green tea is highly caffeinated. Also, green tea is the bastard version of what they normally used to have back in the day. I told you all when I was in college, in my undergrad alma mater, we used to use several things to keep us up at night to study in the all night study hall. So the library had a 24-hour study hall where you just go in there 24 hours and go in there to study. And so a group of us would go in there and we would just study to cram for an exam. That's the only time we would do it. We would wait till the last minute and then we just basically cram to pass our finals, or we pass our regular exams. And so the one thing that we used to stay up was Siberian ginseng, and it was in a shot. It was very bitter. Oh my God, it was so bitter. Very bitter type of very bitter shot that was in a glass vial. And then you had green tea that was also in a small little container, probably like 2 ounces. Ugh, wow, that stuff was disgusting. It was very bitter, but oh boy, did it keep you awake. And then the other one was no dose. I think that's what it's called. No dose. And that was it. Those were the 3 things. Coffee just didn't work for us. And neither, of course, soda. We was just normally drinking soda. We didn't know no better. We was in college, so it's first time away from our parents. So I remember green tea being used as a stimulant, as something that was heavy in caffeine. And I was like, you only use it to keep you up. Well, now they have taken the plant and they basically turn into a hybrid where they can lower the dosage of the caffeine, and they want to sit up here and tell you, oh, it's high in antioxidants. Let me tell you something. One cherry, uno, eins, okay? One cherry has more antioxidants than a 20 ounce of green tea. Maybe even more. I could be lowballing it. So don't get caught up in antioxidants. If you want to fact check me, go and compare the antioxidants to a cherry. All right. You'll never beat organic foods produce. And we'll talk about let me go ahead and say it now because it's on my mind. The rules to organic. So those of you who are probably wondering like, oh my God, I can't afford all this organic food. What organic food must I buy, and what organic food can I get away with not buying and still consume it? Well, it's easy. If the skin is edible, you must have it organic. It must be, or there's no around the way about that. But if the skin of the produce is not edible, then you can probably, be better off. You can, if it comes to money, then you'll be fine with just going ahead and getting the vegetable or produce that has a hard skin, like bananas. I don't see, if you are pinching a penny or pinching pennies, you don't have to get organic bananas. Go ahead and get the inorganic or the non-organic bananas, okay? Because the skin is very hard, it's very tough. However, do not get anything except for organic grapes, organic cherries. Oh my God, stay away from cherries that are not organic. Stay away from those, okay? When it comes to watermelon, you don't have to do organic watermelon, but you must do watermelon that has the seeds in it. Now, we're getting to a point where watermelon is now out of season. So there's no need for you all in the month of October to be consuming watermelon, unless it's a leftover watermelon in the farmer's yard, okay? So keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm going to put green tea at the bottom of the list. I don't like it, and so it's going to do you more harm than good. And anytime your medical doctors are like, yeah, if you want something for your fibroids, get yourself some green tea. Nah, don't do that. All right, here we have okay, this is, oh gosh, all right, oof, these are canned. I'm going to put it at D. These are your canned fish. Part of me want to put it at F. But I'm thinking about those of you who are on a, no, hold on. Do I really want to put it at a D or put, okay, hold on. Let me talk myself through this one. Hold on a second. I don't like anything in a can because of the aluminum. No. You got to go. No. As I'm starting to talk, I'm like, okay, I understand that some of you all have to, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry if anybody's watching this who having financial problems and you can only afford canned foods. I'm going to let you make that decision, but I'm sorry. In good conscience, I can only put it at the F. And the reason I'm putting it at the F is because one, I don't like food that can have the shelf life over 5 to 7 years. What? And that's because they put a whole bunch of sodium in it, a whole bunch of preservatives in it, which is a chemical thing. They also the aluminum, the metals, the can itself. You think you're gonna have that soaking in that can, and those metals from that can is not going to seep inside. So yeah, I'm just no, I'm so sorry. I don't like canned anything. This is the reason why you're not going to see these kind of cans promoted by me. But do your best to just do your best to I don't know. But just, avoid them at all costs. Unless you're just really struggling and surviving, then you just go ahead and get yourself some canned tuna and just detox all of the chemicals and the salt out of your body afterwards. All right. Now, what is this? I think this is, okay, I'm going to put this in. Now, this bread can be versatile. This could be, I don't even know if this is white bread or wheat bread, but it doesn't matter. Okay. The reason why I'm putting it in the center as for neutral is because I want to talk about you avoiding it depending upon what type of bread it is. If it's white bread, if it's have anything that said, go read the nutritional label. If it says bleach flour or anything like that, but you want to stay away from, I don't like yeast bread, period. I don't like bread that rise. We need to, you all need to stick with good bread that's full of grain. You need to stick with living bread. What kind of living bread would I, hold on, let me see if you, yes, Ezekiel, there you go. How do I replace watermelon? There are so many other fruits in the world. It's so hydrating, watermelon. Yes, but you should not eat anything that's out of season. So if you want something that's also hydrating, you're going to have to go to your watery fruits like your citrus. So the next thing I want to talk about is chicken. So here we go with the chicken. Now, chicken, I have this right here is fried chicken. So I'm putting fried chicken right here as D. However, you want to stay away from fried chicken, not fried chicken. You want to stay away from chicken that is not organic, that has not been free range. Now, stay away from anything fried anyway. Why? Because of this thing right here. They're not putting chicken in healthy oils like your coconut oils. They're not putting chicken in your olive oils, okay? They're not frying your chicken in your avocado oils. They're frying chicken in your vegetable oil, your soybean oil. They're putting those chickens in that oil. Don't cook that. So if you're going to do chicken, it has to be free range chicken. It has to be chicken that's not eating bad chicken feed. Okay, so there's that. So yeah, I'm just gonna say absolutely not with the whole type of chicken. However, if you're gonna do chicken, I suggest you do it free range, organic. meaning that it's not eating any type of pellets or feed that has estrogen in it. A lot of the chickens that they have today, these chickens are, which let me go ahead and talk about that. I think I remember that. Here we go. So here go chicken. I just got the chicken. Yeah, I'm just going to put it right here. These chickens are free range chickens. Okay. Free range chickens are eating the land. They're eating bugs. They're eating worms. They're eating insects. They're eating the things that they're supposed to eat. They also eat some corn, which is organic. So this is the reason why they can label these type of chickens organic. Now, I'm not a fan of chicken. You won't really hear me saying go get the organic chicken, because in my opinion, you got to be careful of the bad fats versus good fats. And some women, I had to catch them in this. They'll take good chicken and then they'll fry it in peanut butter oil. Like, what are you doing? Like, just bake it, just grill it. Do y'all really have to have fried stuff all the time? Okay, so there's that. All right, now when it comes to meats, we're talking about your red meat. We talk about your processed meat. So we got your hamburger meat. You got your sausage here. You have your beef here. You also have your pork. Absolutely not under any circumstances. No. Okay. Where's my herbs? I thought I have it here. Okay. So that's what I'm like. Okay. So let me explain. I gotta drink some water. Hold on a second. Here's my thing about meats. I've never been, I know people are into this carnivore diet where they're just going heavy on the steaks and the pork chops and the bacon. I feel for these people's colon. And of course, people are like, "Oh, you're gonna lose all this weight." Remember, the Dr. Atkins died of a heart attack. Just because you're getting weight loss results from it right now does not mean that the end result is going to be in your favor. Okay? So I am against humans consuming animals that are bigger than them. First of all, the pig is not meant for human consumption. The pig is a scavenger. The pig is supposed to be eating anything. Okay? There's no such thing as organic pork. I don't know where that came from. Like, what? How is that possible? All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, the pig is just is the trash can animal of the world. That's the pig. Okay. The pig can eat any and will eat anything you put in front of it. All right. I know some people are trying to like preserve the pig and like say, oh, the pigs are wonderful pets and they're beautiful and they're very tasty. And like, nah, it's a scavenger. I don't touch scavengers. All right. And so I don't deal with this. But anyway, so when it comes to cows are, even if it's an organic cow, because I've had a debate with someone in reference to grass-fed meat. I tell them, you do not have the hydrochloric enzymes or the hydrochloric acid to fully digest meat. Everyone, there's no exception to this rule. Everyone who has had colon cancer used to consume beef, used to consume pork. Now, some will try to cheat and say, well, I haven't consumed it in 10 years and I got colon cancer. I said, but did you cleanse all of that meat out of your system? You know what I'm saying? The colon, where you have the crustacean against the colon walls, is from undigestible meat like this. All right. So I'm just like, you're never going to sell me on the fact that the human body, which if you really want to have that scientific talk, if you look at how animals eat meat, that goes to show you that humans are not supposed to eat that. For example, when you look at a lion, a tiger, or what's another one? Any kind of a lot of your carnivorous type of animals. What do they do when they kill an elk or a deer, or a sheep? What do? The first thing they do is that they have the teeth. They have the teeth to open up the gut of the animal. In the gut of the animal, you have what? The liver, you have the stomach, you have the intestines, you have the pancreas, you have all the vital organs, you have the heart. Well, the heart is further up. You have all of the vital organs. But what do? They lap up the blood. Humans drinking blood is disgusting. Humans eating bloody meat is disgusting. If you was to get someone, they say, I would like me a hamburger, rare. If you bring out a burger, and as soon as you cut in it, it's just leaking blood all over the place. Yeah, they're going to be grossed out. But guess what? The lion is not grossed out when the lion is eating this type of meat out of the gut. So I'm just showing you what I'm talking. I'm just showing you the logic here that if you're going to eat meat and you're not going to eat it like the animals that everybody want to use, because the animal, like the dogs, the wolves, the lions, the cats, all of these animals have fangs in their bottom teeth row and their top teeth row to chew out, and a lot of their teeth are sharp to actually chew these, to chew up these, the meat. Okay. Hold on. I don't want to go too long on this, so let me speed this up. Okay. So we have dairy, and I'm gonna put, okay. I'm going to put this at a D because I'm going to explain why. Instead of using cow's milk, which I'm against, almond milk. Do not consume anything made from the cow because it's going to be high in estrogen. It's going to give you, those of you who are lactose intolerant, you don't have to worry about this. Okay. But those of you who are like, well, what about yogurt? Because that's what this is here. Here is yogurt. If you get goat's milk, if you get sheep's milk, okay. If you get we're talking about animal milk. Is there another one? Yeah, that's about it. I can think. Some people are talking about what is the if some people are talking about emus. I'm not getting into that. I'm not in Australia. Please stop bringing that stuff to me. But if goat's milk is fine. Okay. Sheep milk is fine. As a matter of fact, when women were having problems finding formula, which I'm totally against, goat's milk is what you get. Okay. So yeah, get a goat, find somebody with goats. All right. They love to give you the goat milk. So, you can make cheese out of it if you want to. You can make yogurt out of it. But if you want to get yogurt, get Greek yogurt. But don't get the Greek yogurt that's made from cow's milk. Get the Greek yogurt that's made from goat milk. What about walnut milk? Yeah, walnut milk is fine. Any type of nut milk, except for, I hope they are not stupid enough to make a peanut milk. If you, I don't think so, but if you see anybody that makes a peanut milk, yeah, that's going to be a no for me, chief. Okay. So stay away from nut milks are fine, except for peanut milk. I don't think they have a peanut milk, but just in case, don't put it past these people. Do not consume those. Okay. So yeah, walnut. I never had walnut milk, but I don't see nothing wrong with it. All right, yams. We're going to put the yams up in here. Okay. You rarely have to worry about GMO yams. I don't know any GMO yams that exist today. I don't know that. So dealing with yams are great. Yams are high in progesterone. So your uterus is going to love it, baby. Your uterus is going to be like, this is so good. Oh my goodness. So no, this definitely, you're going to love yourself some yams. So I'm going to put that at the tippy top there for that. Okay. What is this? This must be, what do we do with this salt? Cause the salt, I think I talked about this. If it's sea salt. Okay. Let's talk about this. Why do I have this? Wait a minute. Is this? Wait, I don't, that might not be salt. I don't know what this is. I swear it looks like salt though. I don't know what that is. Because I already talked about the bad salt and good salt, so we're going to leave that alone. Alcoholic beverages. All right, we're going to put that in D. Now let me explain this. I don't drink. When I was living in Germany for 5 years, we were doing so much drinking with my friends and my adopted German family that when I came back to America for good, I was done. I was so done with alcohol. To this day, I have not touched alcoholic beverages. Okay. I am not against women who need to take the edge off. However, there's a trick to it. If you are going to consume wine, for every glass of wine or for every glass of wine, for every shot of a strong drink, for every alcoholic beverage, this includes beer, you have to dissolve that with 16 ounces of water. Himalayan salt. This was not Himalayan salt because it's very, 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 very white. I don't know what this is. Since I don't know what it is, I'm going to have to leave it there. But it's fine. We don't necessarily have to cover it because I covered this. I covered the salt earlier when I was talking about the table salt. So we don't necessarily have to cover the salt because I already covered the salt already. But that's how it is with alcoholic beverages. I do not like this consumed when you're trying to, or when you're going on a fibroid shrinking program. I don't like that. So this is something that I'm against. So that's why I'm putting it at a D level. But because if you do consume it, 16 ounces of water, 16 before you go to bed. So here's the deal. If you have 2 glasses of wine, you're going to have to drink 32 ounces of water before you go to bed. And I don't care about the whole, well, I got to pee. Get rid of your fibroids first, and then you can do your wines moderately. You can do this. You can do your alcoholic beverages. Even if it's organic, it doesn't matter. Understand, alcohol is going to dehydrate you. You need to stay hydrated. Okay? So depending upon your activities, depending upon your consumption of sodium, and depending upon your body weight and height, not your height, sorry, your body weight, you need to not consume things or not eat things that are going to dehydrate you. It's just like when you get a cut, and what do they put on there before they put a Band-Aid on there to clean it off? They use alcohol. And if you ever had any kind of alcohol rubbed on your skin, it dries it out. And nobody using no alcohol as a moisturizer. Nobody uses wine to moisturize their face. Nobody does that. So yeah, that's gonna be a big old no. I may as well go ahead and put the eggs. These are no. These are not organic eggs. These are inorganic eggs. So we're going to put that down there. Okay. Blackstrap molasses. Lord have mercy. Blackstrap molasses is going to be your best friend, honey. Blackstrap molasses is top tier. Phosphorus, iron, iodine. This is a must have for women. Okay. So, make sure that you look at certain type of recipes for how you want to consume the blackstrap molasses. But when it comes to fibroids, absolutely, that's going to be at the top of the list. I did a video. As a matter of fact, I'm going to probably link the video it's a really short video. It's a matter of fact, it's a YouTube Shorts. I will link it to the video version of this stream, and that is something you could check into. I don't want to go into, because I want to not make this video too long, because it's going to take me a long time to edit it. So I just want you guys to understand, like, yeah, this is a good thing to consume. All right, and the last two is soda. Bam. I hate sodas. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. You probably thinking like, wait a minute, Dr. Keely, you're going to put alcohol at D, but you're going to have the sodas? Yes, I am. Because you know what? Alcohol is just a drying agent, okay? Depending upon what type of drink you're drinking, it's not full of chemicals, caffeine, and other colorings like wine, all right? Because at least you can get organic wine. Ain't no such thing as no organic Coca-Cola. Ain't no such thing as no organic Pepsi, Mountain Dew. There's no such thing as that. It's full of sodium and sugar. And the dyes and the chemicals. Okay? And the glutamate. It's full of so much junk in there that you want to stay away from that. So no, I am against sodas completely. Full stop. All right? Now, I get it that the bubbles are addicting. So I have a solution for that. Before purchasing this machine, I used to go and get sparkling water. And what I used to do is take the sparkling water, I'll pour it into a cup. I would take a True Lemon flavor pack. It has 0 sugar in it, but they have some that has 1 gram of sugar in there. And I love the mango flavor, and I also have the wild berry flavor. So I'll pour it in there. Then I'll pour my flavored stevia, which is also mango and kiwi. There's a strawberry. You can get the strawberry stevia, liquid stevia as well, or you could just get plain stevia. You wanted to get stevia because it doesn't spike your sugar. So you put that in and you stir it up, and there's your flavored drink right there where you get the bubbles. Now, what's the Coca-Cola version of it? I don't know. I would guess you would use some caramel extract. Oh, thank you, Allison. Get some caramel extract. Oh, thanks. The chat always like save me. I know we don't have a lot of women here or a lot of people here, period. But I go blank sometimes when I'm thinking about a lot of stuff at one time. So yeah, get caramel if you want to see if you can make a natural soda version. The only thing I can think about is caramel extract and some stevia in it, and play with it. But under no circumstances am I going to say you can do sodas. If you were like, okay, what if like push to shove, I want to do soda at least once. What do you recommend? If you must do soda, I'm going to say once a quarter. That's what I'm going to say. I'm serious. If you must do soda, I'm going to be like, yeah, once a quarter, you can do soda. Once a quarter. But other than that, you're not going to get me on team once a month, or definitely not going to get me on team once a week. Okay. These sodas have a lot of chemicals in it. These sodas have you can make your natural ginger ale. Ginger ale, I would not buy a store-bought ginger ale because if you look at the back of that, it also has some coloring in it. And so I don't, and it's also high in sugar What are they sweetening it with? It's so easy to make your own ginger ale, though. It's really easy. So I would have to say, Allison, it's more easy to make your own ginger ale soda than a Coca-Cola or Pepsi soda. So there's that. So yeah, I would not buy, I'm just not a soda person. But however, out of all of the sodas, the lesser evil is ginger ale. However, that's what I'm saying. If you're like, oh my God, I'm so thirsty, then get yourself some that water. I'd rather you guys drink Dasani water, and that's saying something. I'd rather you drink that water than to drink any of these sodas. Okay? I kid you not. I can't stand Dasani. When they was giving me that on the plane, I was like, I don't want that. Delta is famous for trying to give you that. I was like, I don't want this water. I was like, I don't want, I got my, you know what I'm saying? I got my own, you know what I'm saying? What I do is, well, not my own water. I do have this is what I do. Because the powers that be want to sit up here and tell you how much liquid you can bring through the airport. Okay. And I haven't been on an airplane in so long. So I'm telling you what I used to do. Ever since the COVID thing, I stopped flying. Okay. I just stopped flying. All right. So, what I did before the whole COVID thing when I was traveling, I would buy one of these thermos that had the filter in it. And what I would do is I would go to the fountain and I would pour the water into it, and it would filter out all those chemicals, all that yucky stuff, and I would have pure water, pure filtered water. So that's what I would do when I'm in the plane. So I didn't want that Dasani water. I was like, I don't want that mess. I got my own water. Thank you very much. Yes, but there you go. That's the only soda I'll drink it. Yeah, ginger ale. If you want to know, out of all the evils, ginger ale is the lesser of all the evils. Okay. And last but not least, we have herbs, which is at the tippy top. So you have different type of herbs that are very good for you. All right. So of course, I'm going to tell you all to do kelp. Kelp is high in iodine. Kelp is high in iron. Those of you who are bleeding heavy, this is something that's going to keep you from being anemic. So I'm definitely going to tell you to go on Team Kelp. All right. Especially, and also, if you want to, there's a lot of things to help with your liver. So you can go do anything from dandelion to milk thistle to turmeric. There's a lot of herbs that you can use that's going to help with detoxing a lot of the chemicals that you have been ingesting or you have assimilated over the years. But there's a lot of things that help with shrinking the fibroids. There's no such thing, and I'm gonna put it out there. And nobody believed me when I said it. Okay, nobody. Now I get to say I told you so. Now I get to go, I told y'all. Many years ago, we're talking about back in 2003, 2004, I was telling women what was that thing called? Fibroid. I can't even think of the name because it was so long ago. There was this company that was selling these fibroid shrinking pills that was guaranteed they would say it's guaranteed to shrink your fibroids. Man, they made a killing. And I came out and said, it doesn't work because shrinking fibroids is a method depending upon the type of fibroid you have, the size of fibroid you have, and its location. There's no such thing as popping a pill. And even if you was because I had some women say, well, we can take the pill and then go into a fibroid free diet. I was like, never going to work. You think that this pill is going to work effectively in shrinking an intercavitary fibroid as a pedunculated fibroid? Are you serious? But nope. Nobody wanted to believe me because everybody wants that fast thing. Everybody wants to do the shortcuts. Everybody wants that one thing that they can take, even if it's on a pipe dream. They want to consume it and go, yes, this is the case. And guess what? That company All right. Those women made all that money. I mean, they are millionaires. And then once they started being reported to the, not the Food and Drug, not the FDA, they were being reported to the consumer. Once again, I'm going blank with these names. They were being reported. Okay. And I think right when they got a letter from the government, and of course I'm just going blank with the actual government that overrules that, they went immediately out of business. They yanked the website down. They stopped. Even people who had filled orders, okay, who had filled their orders, they didn't even give them their herbs. Okay, they didn't even give their herbs. So there's that. So yeah, this is what I'm telling you guys. Like, I'm so glad to say I told you so. There is no fast track to this. There is no one pill fits all. It's all based upon your lifestyle. It's all based upon the type of fibroid you have, where it's located, and how big it is. If you think that if you have a 13 or maybe even a 16 centimeter fibroid, you think them herbs are going to shrink that in a matter of, and that's another thing they said, you get your fibroid shrinked in 6 months, 3 months on most cases. I was like, oh no, stop guys, don't do that. But you learned the hard way, didn't you? And those daggone bottles were not cheap. So there is the tier list. I hope you all enjoy it. I definitely did. This was great. And I may do this on something else in the future.